Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The inflation that we've seen really can be explained by a couple of factors. One is that base effect. The fact that we're, compared to last year, seeing higher prices in terms of the level of various things and those shortages, which have been affecting those prices. But the second thing, if you look at the April numbers, is that used car prices were 10% higher. And that was also explaining a big part of that inflation number. So when you take out those two components, inflation was actually running at a pretty low level. And so I think investors...
Pretty low level, really. It's like inflation just all of a sudden has popped up its ugly head. It's amazing. I mean, all they're talking about and using this word transitory. Just like here in transitory. Say temporary so everybody understands it. It's amazing. I've never seen so much manipulation in my life. Now, I tell you every day, I've been in this market 51 years. I've been on this earth for 75 years. And the manipulation is incredible. Incredible. It all started in 2008 when Bernanke lied to us. Remember, he was the head of the Fed. And he said, QE. That was the answer. Print all this money. Then go in and buy 10-year treasuries. Bring interest rates down to zero. Take that money. Give it to the CEOs to buy their shares down. Take that money and go buy all these 10-year treasuries, get those rates down, then go in and buy all the debt of the government, and also, of course, the debt of corporations, called monetization of debt. And if we do that, our economy is going to grow. Oh, wait a minute. So what you're basically saying is, let's get rid of productivity and we replace it with printing of money, give it to the folks, and they just go spend it. Give it to the CEOs, they just go spend it. But they don't need to have any more productivity at their factories or construction sites or anything else. Get rid of productivity. Let's exchange productivity for the printing machine and spending. As long as we keep printing money, we keep spending it, we don't need to build more products. And then the dopes turn around, close the economy, not even thinking about this. They turn around and close the economy down, shut everything down so nobody's producing anything. And then they open up the economy, and people for nearly a year sitting back, also it's like getting out of jail. They go out to the sunlight, and all of a sudden they spend crazy. And then they say, look at this, boy, is our economy growing. Wow, look at this. What do you mean growing? It's not growing. You couldn't call that growth. Wait till it peaks out, then start calling it growth. I mean, it's amazing how they taken parking space in everybody's head and said, okay, nobody spend for a year, then we'll open up, and then everybody spends, and we'll sit there and marvel over the expansion of economic growth. It's like I always say, it's like on Friday night, everybody goes home, they come back to work on Monday morning, and the government calls those new jobs. I've been saying since April 2021, they've been manipulating the yields on these 10-year treasuries. Now remember, the 10-year treasury you watch all the time, because if things are going well, the 10-year treasury goes up. If the economy is growing, the 10-year treasury yield increases. It's a great way to identify if the economy is doing well or not. But you got to make sure the Federal Reserve and Congress, the financial terrorists, don't manipulate the 10-year yield. But we know they do. We know the Federal Reserve, which is made up of a whole bunch of bankers. We're talking about the elitists, the wealthiest people in the country, wealthiest people in the world, who own banks, involved with every bank. They manipulate the 10-year treasury. It's easy to do. But it was today when I really realized how much they manipulated it. Look, Economics 101 teaches us anytime the prospects of an economy improving, if we see the prospects are getting better, then the treasury yields go up. Higher yields means the economy, things are getting positive. Yet, since April 2021, we have been hearing from the fake business news jibber jabbers just how fantastic the economy's been. But since April 5th, 2001 to today, June 10, the 10-year treasury yield's been contracting. And think about it. If you go back to April 5th, 2021, the 10-year treasury was 172 basis points. Today, it's 147 basis points. So how can the economy be growing if the 10-year treasury, which is an indicator of growth, is going the opposite way? Remember, the 10-year treasury yield is an indicator of economic growth. But when you're going from 1.72 down to 1.47, it's going the wrong way. So they're contradicting themselves. Say the economy's great. The economy's unbelievable. It's just booming. It's booming. We hear that all day long. Well, then would somebody explain if it's booming, then why aren't you, somebody asking the question, then why are the yields dropping? What are you, nuts? Economy's booming? Not when treasury yields are contracting, but they don't want to talk about that. Varney and all these guys, they don't want to talk about any of that. They don't want you to understand it, that's why. See, that's what they should be talking about every day. Wait a minute, something's wrong. How can everybody be saying the economy is going to grow 6 to 8% on an annual basis this year, but the treasury yield is dropping like a flying monkey? Are you kidding me? So today, we had the CPI come out, inflation. Not only has the 10-year treasury yield gone in the opposite direction of what they're claiming, a booming economy, but look at the inflation numbers. They came in hot like a rocket ship. Transitory? What are you, nuts? What a lie that is. That's one of the biggest lies ever. Inflation's transitory. What are you, nuts? Inflation's been going on since 2008. 13 years later. I thought you said it was transitory. So today, the CPI comes in year over year hot at 5%. Are you kidding me? Yet, the 10-year treasury rate dropped from 1.72 to 1.47. So how can you have the 10-year treasury yield going down? Remember, going down tells you the economy's in trouble. But they're telling me the economy's great. But yet you got the hot inflation. Inflation's going rampant. And yet you go and look at the 10-year treasury, They're dropping the 10-year Treasury because they're manipulating it. They're manipulating so they can say to you, oh, there's no inflation, and what little inflation we have is transitory. That's why they're doing it. So it doesn't fit. You can't have your CPI. By the way, year over year, 5% of CPI. Remember, they don't count lumber. They don't count lumber. They don't count food. They don't count prescription drugs. They don't count insurance. They don't count anything in that. But 5%, that's still a rocket ship. But you got the Treasury going the wrong way. So they're lying. So what's that all mean? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you for 30 days join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
We're about to have the greatest economic boom, arguably, of all of our lifetimes.
God. Hear what he just said? We're going to have the greatest economic boom. Do you know where great economic booms come from? When we have great productivity, when we are building goods. Because when you're building goods and producing goods, that means prices stay low. You keep the inflation tame. But that's not what's happening here. We're not building goods. We decided not to build goods. We decided just to print money. Never mind selling goods. We'll just print money. And we'll take that money and spend it. And that'll grow the economy. This is what they told us in 2008. Let's get rid of the productivity. We'll put in QE. We'll print money and spend it. Give it to the people who aren't working. And the more people don't work, that's okay. We'll just keep giving them more money. Pelosi said, remember, Pelosi said, stay home, learn how to play the piano, become a writer. No sense going to work to have to pay for health insurance, she said. Just stay home. We'll send you the money for health care. Remember that? This is how they all think. When you start exchanging, when you start saying, look, we don't need to produce goods anymore, that we can spend more money than the goods we produce, and they spend it on the stock market to push the stock market up. And then they take parking space in everyone's head saying, oh, the stock market's the economy. If you go downtown, go anywhere, and ask anyone on the street, does the stock market represent the economy? Everybody will tell you yes. Everyone will tell you yes, unless he's a professional trader and knows that's not the truth. So they manipulated since 2008. And we've had inflation since 2008, because that's what you get when you print money and don't produce anything and just spend it, have people go out and spend it. That's pure inflation. There's no economic growth. And look at the inflation today. It proved it. Year on year, 5%. That's red hot. But they tell us there's no inflation. We're not even at 2%. And remember, that CPI doesn't include lumber prices going up, auto car prices going up, doesn't count pharmacy prices going up, doesn't include the food we eat, doesn't include gasoline, air conditioning, includes almost nothing. I mean, it is a scam. Now, the problem is for the folks who have 401ks and who trust planners and don't know what they're doing. They're taking their money, their hard-earned money at these companies that they're working, and they're handing them over to what they call their 401k. Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? That's a suicide mission. That's a suicide mission. If you think you're going to retire, the only one who's going to get rich is not you. The company gets rich with its kickbacks from the 401k. And you're not outpacing inflation. 401ks, are you nuts? They don't outpace inflation. 401ks are the worst experiment ever. It's awful. But 88 million people with 401ks, and I can sit here all day long telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't be in a 401k, and people just, oh, okay, thank you, and they go on. And then it comes in the mail, the report for their 401k, throw it in a drawer. Oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. Look at this, market's going up again. Boy, the economy looks good. Look at that, market's going up again. They really think the market's the economy. They really believe that. When the market's been manipulated since 2013. And people like myself and my members, we know that. So we ride that horse. But the one thing by riding that trend, riding this fraud, riding this manipulation, we know when to get off of it. The poor folks in 401ks, they're not going to get you out in time. They're never going to get you out in time. You're just sitting there, not even thinking about it. You just think you're getting rich because all you hear every day, oh, we made a new all-time high. You notice that on TV every day? They got news alert. Everything's a news alert. You ever notice everything's a news alert on TV? You know, on the bottom they have the banner. You look up, everything's a news alert. I never not see that there. Everything's a news alert. Host during the break had to go to the bathroom. News alert. God. So today's CPI, nobody's even talking about it. 9 out of 10 people don't even know what the CPI is. They think it's an ice cream cone. Or they think it's a surveillance agency like the CIA. They have no idea. Poor people don't know what they're going to run into. They have no clue what's coming. They have no idea. And also, they have no idea the money they could be making right now with this fake stock market and this fake economy. We have no economy. I mean, think about it. They shut the economy down. $28 trillion economy. Shut it down. Not producing anything. People aren't going out to dinner. And then all of a sudden they open the economy and everybody spends and they say, wow, look at this. Wow, is the economy growing? What are you, nuts? Why don't we wait? Let's wait a few months, see how that spending's going to continue. What, do you think it's just going to keep continuing? They're trying to tell us, take parking space to our heads. Yes. So people don't spend for a year. It's like taking a guy, you put him in jail, and you let him out of jail, and he goes nuts. He goes nuts, right? Now, is he going to be going crazy 3 months later out of jail? 6 months later out of jail? A year out of jail? No. He'll be back in jail probably. But see, they don't tell you that. Now, it's just unbelievable. Now, the cow guy, I like him a lot because he tells the truth. Listen to what he says.
But I think that you're going to have to wait 2 or 3 quarters here, say 6 to 9 months, to find out if this really is new demand. And
there he goes. Gotta wait to see if there's new demand. What's he talking about? What I'm talking about. After you let everybody out, you open the doors, economy's back on, switches, and then people are spending. You gotta wait a couple quarters to see what's the spending going to be 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 8 months from now. It's sure not going to be like now, but they're trying to take parking space.
Want more information on the show?
This is a new economy.
Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right, 10 days free. You know, please listen to my radio show on my YouTube channel. And please subscribe, hit like, and share. Now, we've been lied to since 2008 that this stock market is the economy, and everything they're doing is for us, for Main Street. A bold-faced lie. Everything they've been doing is for Wall Street. And who controls that? The Federal Reserve. Who controls the Federal Reserve? The guys who benefit the most from Wall Street, from the stock market. A bunch of financial terrorists, the richest guys in the world. They control our interest rates. Can you imagine that? And they control the printing machine. We talked about that yesterday. Kennedy got assassinated because he knew, why do they have our printing machine? Why are we printing money and paying them for money? That's our printing machine. Let's get it back. Congress should print the money. Then we shouldn't have to pay interest on that money. What's going on here? Everything is a scam. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Anything that's involved with money is a scam somewhere about it. It's unbelievable. But you can't sit there and cry about it. You got to do something. Your 401k is a suicide mission. Anyone in a 401k, you should be bailing out of that today. Get rid of it. Take your money and put it into the spiders. You're going to make so much more money because you don't have those terrible, terrible fees. They rip you off with fees like nothing else. Those fees are horrible. You can't make money. It's nearly impossible. They get half the money, more than half. It's ridiculous. But you should have the knowledge that with all these scams and all the manipulation to push this stock market up since 2008, we're up 500%, and they're saying there's no inflation. It's right below their target of 2%. I hope these guys don't go shooting. Target practice. That's how they shoot. We're just a little bit below our target. 2%? The stock market's up 500%? Look at lumber, gas. Oh, by the way, lumber and gasoline, none of that is in the CPI today that came out. And yet the CPI still came in like a rocket ship. So you got to just be in those stocks that you're going to make money with. You know, it's funny. You got to learn what we do around here. We watch that 10-year Treasury yield like a hawk, but we know it's manipulated. But at least we got a reference with it. The most important thing, for example, if you're in bank stocks, and I saw them taking down the artificially pushing back the yields, then I was able to tell my members, let's take our profits in gold and let's take our profits in our financials, in our banks, because those are going to go down. And sure enough, they went down. How did I know? I've been doing this for 51 years, because when you see the yield, when you see those yields coming back down, then that means that that means that the banks aren't going to make as much money. So take your bank positions and pull your money out. And some of these banks, like Goldman Sachs, God, we've been up on average for the last year in this thing, had to be over 45%. But just this last round we went in and bought not long ago, we're up 13%, but we knew, okay, you know what, we better take our position and put it on our color-coded chart so we can get a warning. So it's on our color-coded chart right now. We had a nice rally. The last time we got in was around $330, and it ran up to around $389. I think that's about if I'm right, that's probably about a 12% gain, I guess. And then I take my tool, and then I find out if any yellow is showing up, which will tell me that money is starting to come out of the bank stock. So I can tell by just putting up the tool that I have, when it turns yellow, I just click it on, turns yellow, which started to turn yellow around, I think that there was maybe 7 days ago. It started to turn, just about 7 days ago, it started to turn yellow. And that gave me a warning that the institutions were taking their money out of the banks. Well, then they knew that the yields were going to be manipulated to start coming down. So the yields start coming down, that tips you off. So we were able to take our profits. Now, it hasn't turned red yet, which means it still can go up, but at least that yellow warning, we knew darn well with that yellow warning, that was perfect because I mean, gee, that was on May, that's right, May 26th, sorry, May 26th. From May 26th to June 1, that's right, it turned yellow. So that told us that beautiful profit we had, start taking some shares off. And now if it turns red, we just simply will turn around and make money as it goes down. So we got complete control over our stocks. But we knew to get out of the bank stocks, we also knew to take the gold stocks, which we're doing terrific with on our gold stocks. Same thing. We knew, okay, now it's time to take the gold stocks and take our profits off of them. And they were doing terrific. So you just got to have someone help you. Then every day at 2 o'clock, we take our portfolio of stocks and we post it. And Steve, who's head of our education department, what he does every day, he takes our portfolio and he tells you exactly what to do with every stock in the portfolio. Who else does that?
Schlumberger is still holding this one long with a stop at 34.
And he goes on and tells you what to do. Should we take some off, or let's maybe add a little bit, or get out totally, or let's set it up now because when it goes down, let's make money shorting it. And the color-coded chart will tell you. Like gold, for example. We had gold. We got into gold. It was around $19, $20. And it went straight up to around $25. I think that's about a 31% gain. We had a 31% gain. Now, I'm not saying every gang member got 31%, but every gang member had an opportunity to take that profit center of 31% and get a good chunk out of it. Now, some did. Some got in exactly when it turned green. Some get in a little later. Some get when it's halfway. It doesn't matter. If you make 5% a month on your money, you know what that is at the end of a year? I mean, it's a god-awful amount. It's crazy. It's like 100 some odd percent return. But my point is, you don't have to get the whole rally. Think of it as a piece of cheese, okay? From gold or mining stock from March 29th up to May 17th. Think of that as a big piece of cheese. As long as you go and get a bite of it, you just want to get a bite of it. And because it turns green, and because it'll turn yellow and tell you, okay, they're starting to take their money out, and then it'll turn red telling you they're really taking their money out, you got to get out of this stock. What a beautiful thing. So you have no fear. But the better thing is when it finally turns red, you don't get out of the stock and run around looking for another stock. If your stock's going down, why wouldn't you make money on the way down? It makes no sense not to. Well, most people are scared because Wall Street made you scared. Because Wall Street always tells you, oh, don't short a stock. Don't short a stock. Oh, my God, you're going to lose all your money. No, you're going to lose all your money if you stay in the stock. And what do? So when the stock goes down, they tell you stay in it and add more. So let me see. So the stock's at 25. I'm supposed to add more at 23? Add more at 18? What are you, nuts? That's insane. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Sign up where it says Working Investor Group. You'll love it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Do you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I'm having the best time. My grandson, he'd always stop over the office ever since he was a little guy. And about a year ago, he started to stop over more often, and he was interested in what I was doing. And so about 3 months ago, he was coming over quite often. So I said, okay, because I didn't want to push him into anything. I said, okay, I want him to ask me or tell me that he wanted to learn how to invest in stocks. He's 17 now. And what a joy, because he knows nothing about the market. He doesn't even know what a 401k is. He knows nothing. How beautiful. I mean, just think about it. He doesn't have any bad habits. And it's so easy to teach. See, that's the problem. People who've been in 401ks and think they have knowledge of the market, and for the last 15, 20 years listening to those dopes on the fake business news networks, you get your mind gets poisoned. Because they're not there telling you what's going to help you. They're there telling you what's going to help their network, what's going to help them keep their job. I mean, can you just imagine Varney gets paid, I think, $5 million a year on Fox Business to give you advice. And he says,
don't ever take investment advice from me.
So why is he getting paid $5 million? Because, they know he's not very bright. That's not his job to give you good investment advice. His job is to pump you up to make you think you should go spend. You should go spend. That's what their job is. Larry Kudlow, who is the worst of worst. The worst.
I buy it and I hold it and I just pray.
And he said that's how he buys stock. He buys it, holds it, and he prays. What a dope. Now these guys are all getting big money. I think Kudlow gets something like $3.5 million. So let's say $5 million between the two of them. Or let's say $4 million between the two of them. They know nothing. They know nothing. I mean, an ant has a bigger brain than they have. For God's sakes. So, but people listen to them. They listen to them. So my grandson, when I sit there and I'm explaining a chart to him and showing him when the color turns green and what the buy signal is, I mean, I gave him 5 stocks this morning. And I said, okay, you said stuff I taught him. So now you come and show me where the buy signals are. He had every one of them. Bang, 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 bang. Because he has nothing to cloud his mind up. He doesn't know about earnings. He doesn't know about free cash flow. He doesn't know about margins. He doesn't know what a PE ratio is. In fact, what I do when I teach him, I block out the numbers on the side. In other words, on your chart, the right-hand side, you have the numbers, right? Stock goes, 85 up to, I'm looking at right now, VNQ, the ETF for REITs, right? Goes from $87 up to 105. I block those numbers out so he doesn't see them. And then and I also block out the name of the stock so he doesn't know what stock it's in. So what he's doing is he's learning to trade just from the flow of money. So on the color-coded chart, if it's green, it's telling you the money is going in the right way. The trend of money is going the right way. That's all you got to know first, the trend of money. You got to know all this other crap they talk about on Fox and CNBC or Kramer. They talk all that just to impress you. It means nothing. So it was green. And as long as it's green, and then I designed on the bottom of the chart where it cross-checks and goes over and it shows you a little trend. There's a trend line. And as long as you stay in that line between, I think it's 28, I think it is, 28 and 28 and 80. You stay in those two lines, and as long as that's going up, that matches the color, and that's telling you all the money is going in. So you got a trend of money going in. And 5 stocks on paper, because I don't let him use money right now, but on paper, he nailed them all. Because he was looking at one thing, money. And the most important thing, he realizes when to get out of these stocks. And he knows nothing about the stock. He doesn't even know the name of the company. Doesn't even know what the company does. I always used to say, just like I was a professional racer, right? I say, give me a kid from Vermont, okay, knows nothing, right? And he never skied before. And start teaching him, get him away from all the coaches, the high school coaches, all the bad coaches, get away from him. Just teach him the basics and he'll be the best racer in the world. Same thing with trading. What screws everybody up is those shows you listen to every day. Screws you up. Because they're lying to you. Their existence is to pay for their advertising. Every one of these programs, they have to pay for airtime. Nobody gets on the air, whether it's radio or TV, for free. CNBC, Fox Business, they all have to pay for their airtime. To cover the time, they want commercials. To get commercials, especially Fox Business, CNBC, the business networks, and Bloomberg, they go after the big car money. The automakers. That's who really finances those business shows. And they have to compete with each other. Fox Business has to compete with Bloomberg, and Bloomberg has to compete with CNBC. And they have to compete with each other. And what's the competition? Who can pump up the economy the best? Who can get on there and get people so propped up, so high to get them go out and spend money? Hopefully on the car they saw in the advertising. That's what this is all about. That's what this game is about. They're not there to help you. The guys that own you think the guys that own the Federal Reserve are there to help you when they move rates up and down? You think they sit there and have a sleepless night? Gee, should I move rates up? You think Powell has a sleepless night? Gee, remember, I wonder if I should move rates up to get rid of this inflation. We're getting killed with this inflation. Wait a minute, we haven't even started stagflation yet. We're just in inflation. So what they're doing is saying, okay, let's keep faking out everybody, and what we'll do, let's keep artificially pushing down the 10-year Treasury yield. So we dropped it from 172 down to 147, and keep pushing it down. And that way, we push it down. We can tell everybody things are terrific. The economy's great. No, if the economy was great, it'd be going up from 147 to 172 to 182 to 200. So I just sit here and laugh when they're pushing the yield rate down. That's telling you the economy's getting worse. But everybody on these fake business news that were telling you how great the economy is. I mean, think about it. It's unbelievable. And there is nothing that QE you hear about all the time, that they're using it all the time. There is no connection between QE and the economy growing. It doesn't work that way. QE is just a way to print money. You've been lied to. So they can go buy treasuries to keep rates down, to give money to companies at free so they can go in and buy their own shares to push the stock price up. They don't even want to manufacture anything. So the best thing to do is all you need to do is be in the right stocks. That's it. You got to know what group to be in. That's what we do every day. Every day we have our members and we have our portfolio and make sure they're in the right group. If inflation's going down, they're in the right group. If inflation's going up, they're in the right group. If yields start going back up, then we're going to shift back to gold and back to the bank stocks. It's not hard. So why don't you just try it for 10 days free? You see it works. And all we ask, if you decide to stay with us, then please help St. Jude when you make money. You send a check directly to St. Jude. But right now, anything you're listening to, I'm telling you right now, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. You can't say we're no longer going to produce products. We're going to remove the production of products and place we're going to put money printing, send the money to people who are sitting at home and tell them to go spend it. So we're going to replace productivity with printing money. And you think things are going to be okay? That's why I'm getting my whole gang used to making money shorting. Please join the gang for 10 days free. And remember St. Jude. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.